Okay, so today's the second, and I'm working on this page, right here, and yeah, I want to talk about commitment while I am drawing this. I personally think the difference between good and great is the sheer amount of time someone has spent doing something. You can very, very clearly tell when someone is a pro at something and when someone is just aspiring to be. I'm just a random dude in a room drawing manga. I'm not some wise person who knows all the answers, but I think the most valuable thing I've learned over the years is the sheer importance of consistency. Just doing something over and over and over a period of time, you'd be amazed how much progress you're able to make. People seem to be separated into two groups apparently now. There are those who just grind and grind all the time, just talking about the grind, and then there are just those that aren't doing nothing at all and just wasting time, just lazing around, which both are fine. Hey, if you're content with that, that's cool and all, but I feel like those two are two extreme sides of the same spectrum. I personally think you want to strive for a sweet spot. You want to find a spot where you can consistently continue doing something without ever stopping. When you look a week, a month, a year from now, you can continue seeing yourself doing something. You don't want to grind yourself to burnout, and you also don't just want to be lazy. You want to just keep moving at the consistent pace, one foot in front of the other. Commitment. It's very hard for us humans to commit to something when there are so many options. Nowadays, there are so many things you can be doing. You can literally think about the craziest thing off the top of your head, and I can bet you can actually do it immediately if you just decided to. And all these options, it makes it very hard to commit to something, and we end up not being able to accomplish anything. There are people who genuinely enjoy drawing but they don't commit. They draw for a bit and then they stop, and then they draw for a bit and then they stop, which is fine, by the way, but you cannot make steady progress that way. Before you begin getting frustrated at not being good, you first have to look at your habits and whether you're actually putting in the right amount of work to actually get good. Maybe a little unrelated, but I started running. I started running and it's been great. I haven't been very physically active for almost 2 years now, and so I decided to start running. And the first day I went out running, it was terrible. It hurt so much to breathe. And I remember after running for like maybe 30 minutes or so, I felt comfortable and I was like, hey, this is not bad. And I started sprinting and I was blown away at how fast I was moving. I felt like I was floating on my legs. It felt amazing. That rush, that excitement. But do you know what happened after that? I couldn't keep going and I started slowing down, and I kept slowing down until I couldn't actually continue even walking. And I couldn't continue standing, and I sat down and the world started spinning around me, and I started getting disoriented. I was like, holy fuck, I might pass out just now. And I feel like that perfectly captures the image I'm trying to get across. When you rush something, when you grind and you sprint and you just force your way at an extreme pace that you cannot keep up with, you will eventually crash. And it's not fun. It's very much not fun, and it's very discouraging. It's very painful, and you feel like giving up. And most people do, but what you want to strive for is to keep a consistent pace going forward. I'm sorry if this doesn't seem to be making any sense or going anywhere in general, but I get asked so many times, how do you do this? How do you do that? How are you able to do this? How are you able to do that? And I'm like, it's a result of just committing to something, just figuring out what you want to do and saying you're gonna do it and actually doing it, you know? I think I've only ever mentioned this one other time, but what I try to do as a person and as Exotic, this channel, I try to tell people that you can do this. You can do anything. There's literally nothing stopping you from doing anything. I fucking hate when people say, I can't do this or I can't do that. Yes, you can. You can do anything. I was talking about commitment. Whatever you want to do, whatever wild ideas you have, you can just say, I'm going to do this, and just commit to it, and you will do it. But I mean, it's not really like you have to even listen to me. I'm just a guy trying to become a manga artist. I'm a guy who isn't even that good at drawing, but still trying to dream big, still trying to create something. I think I mentioned something about trying to upload daily, which now that I think about it is pretty dumb and pretty hard to do considering the amount of work I actually have to do in a day. So, yeah, maybe that won't work out, but I will just try and upload as frequently as possible. So, I won't be able to put out anything in a couple of days because I have to travel to another city for work stuff, but I will still continue drawing and stuff. And whenever I make anything, I'll put it out there. Chapter 0 of The Holy One is gonna come out on the 1st of October. If you want to support me and this little manga, please consider joining my Patreon. And yeah, honestly, I don't really have anything else to say. I have a manga to draw, so I'll catch you guys later.